Hey everybody, it is episode 37 of the daily vlog, and I had a request to do a studio tour and show some of the tools I use while working, which would be good because since we're probably going to be moving, it'll be a good record of my studio here as compared to what I'll have in the new house, which will be a little bit different. So my studio here at home is when we built the house, this would we could have the option of this being a one-car garage or a den, and so we opted for the den and made it my studio. So it's exactly the size of a one-car garage, just off the kitchen. And so let's here it is. All right, so pretty much the survey of the land here is this. I've got my drawing table over here on this end by a window, so I get a lot of natural light, and plus my lights that I incidentally I don't know, I can't work with the light pointed down because it creates shadows. The way I get around that is have both lights pointed up to the ceiling, which is white, and then I get that reflected light, so there's not really a shadow, and it's a pretty even distribution. And I got my iPad and tools and everything. Over here I've got just all my pens. This is actually a silverware tray I got from Target and put on there. These are cabinet liners, and because of what they're made out of, you can actually sit them up on the table and they won't slip down. So well, I've got one over there, but you can't see it because this is messy. And then over here, I'm right-handed, but because of the way things are set up, I've always had my ink to my left. So I'm just always used to taking my right hand and reaching over on my left and getting what I need. And I actually did have it set up, I think, once over here, and I kept reaching over here anyway. So even though it seems weird, what you're used to is probably the best thing to do. And then a bunch of stuff piled up. And shelves with art books and things, and this is where I keep if I'm working on a painting, it'll sit out till it's done. Old toys. And then shelves with toys up there. The thing, and oh, this is the printer. So I've got the printer over here, and my setup is not very, I think it could be better thought out, but I've been here 17 years and things have kind of organically grown. So I've got 11 by 17 scanner, the G.I. Joe page on there, printer, and shelves. When I finish a page, I'll put it over there, and all the commissions and eBay stuff's over here. There's a little bit of a system. It's a box of tomatoes that's like 50 years old. Inside are not tomatoes. They are my uncle's old comic books from the 50s. So the thing, see this couch here, I'm going to have to get rid of because I'm not going to have room enough for it in the new space. So once, I was kind of bummed about not having a couch in my studio, but then I realized the most important thing I need is shelf space, because otherwise you get things like this all around there. And my mom asked me if I wanted my grandmother's old record player, and I said yes, and there it sits. And the piano that I can't get to, so I can't play at the moment. And then over here on the other side of the room is my desk, with the Cintiq and everything. So, and then side project, little sculpting thing over there and whatnot. So that's pretty much where I spend 85% of my life, in this little room here. But that's about to change, and the new studio will probably be hopefully be a little bit cleaner, so I'll have a chance to kind of reboot, and this should actually be over there, closer to the computer. But anyway, so that's that's kind of the setup. As far as tools go, I use a lot of these Pitt artist pens from Faber-Castell, but I also use microns, and I lay things out for commissions and stuff with a Blackwing, Palomino Blackwing pencil. They got a pretty good feel to it, and they erase pretty easy. And just all the markers, and I use brushes, and typically use a Winsor Newton Series 7 size 3 or a Raphael, what is this? I don't know if this is Series 7. That's maybe the Raphael 80 something, 82 maybe, 8408. It's a Kolinsky Sable brush. And then I typically will use with the brushes the Speedball Super Black, which is not really super black, India ink, and then a Pentel brush pen. I think I went over that. And then my dad's old drafting supplies, and I inherited a bunch of templates and straight edges and things, and Prismacolor markers, and it's the main stuff I use. And then the Bristol board, which is the Series 300 Bristol board, which you can pick up at Michael's or wherever you shop. Get it online at Dick Blick for cheaper. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Now I've got to get to work, and a lot to do this week, and I will see you tomorrow.